welcome to my first vlog for this Lego city called Sunset Moon. It's a 1 square meter, about 10 square feet island display. Fits every official Lego building released since Cafe Corner in 2007. So it's about 21 sets plus the fishing hut and lighthouse, minus the town hall, which had a spot in the top of the city. But yeah, this year I am gonna put in 2 more sets. So I need to sort of reconstruct it, the whole thing from the bottom down and upwards. So the idea was to make this island with a fortress standing on it, and then they start building modern buildings on top of it, or these Lego set buildings. So yeah, you can't quite tell it is a fortress, and that's what my next quest is to do, to make sure it look more fortressy. So add more of those elements to this island. And what I'm doing here is showing the street. So I had 2 rules when I started out with this city. One was that you were supposed to be able to drive a car from the bottom of the city to the top and also walk. And now I'm going to show you where the street starts, and it goes up that way and then around that way and then through that little tunnel there, is falling down the actual road there. And from there it's going through there and up here, and then from here you have this little a bar where you have to wait when they fish out of a fishing boat down there, up and down. So, and there's an arcade hall in there as well, which is pretty cool. I will show in another video. This is the fishing hut I mentioned earlier, and in there's a whole city inside the city called Shantytown. So we will look at that in a future video as well. And also here I used to have like a mountain, but then I rebuilt it to make it look like a fortress, and there's going to be a big gate later with 2 towers. These are pieces I had ordered to make it more fortressy. The street continues through there, the shopping mall, and then here it goes up that way through the city in the middle here. And then I got stuck on the other side, and I didn't really want to have the street in front of the other buildings, so I thought about having an elevator instead, but that sort of, I don't know, ruined the whole purpose of having a street. So if we go back to this side here, I'm showing how, yeah, this is where the town hall was supposed to stand. But in here I want the museum. So on the left side here I'm gonna make a fortress wall where a bike street is going up to the 3rd floor of the city. So this little catwalk here is going to be removed, and then the street will go up here where currently the graveyard is. So it will be a fortress here, and then go up to the 3rd floor. So now I'm gonna turn these 8 stud wide streets into 6, and I have also decided to make sure the streets are dark gray while the sidewalks are bright gray. There are some places in the build where it's just too dark, and I think that replacing the streets with dark and then have the sidewalk to be brighter is gonna look better in the end. Here my son is helping me pick up some pieces that fell in there. And I found this toy from when I was a kid. I think it's from Turtles, like a nuclear sort of thing. And I am making a little bit of pattern here just to make it look, yeah. I'm still waiting for plates with 1 stud so I can have like characters walking around on the streets. And here my son is showing off his freak train. And I think I'm about to break it. Yeah, there we go. So after fixing that, I kept on building this thing here. The street here was quite fun to build because I had to like twist it a little bit to make it, yeah, turn a little corner there. So here I'm making a ramp again with these plates. Well, like that. And then I just have to fix that hole there, and this is from the other angle. These are supposed to be parking spot where it says Pip. I had this thing where I could pull this up, and I decided to redesigned that whole thing to make it this square a little bit bigger so I could fit more people and have like tables and so on. And then I redesigned this whole cave or whatever, this thing that I'm taking off now, so you can see all the secret rooms underneath, and those are like shanty people who lives underneath the city. Later on I hope to have lights in here too. So here we go. That's the final reconstruction of that street to make it 6 studs wide. And I popped some figure there. There's no point putting any figures in the city, because as soon as my son comes home from school, he will play with all of it, and then yeah. So yeah, I think it turned out great. This version is much better than the previous one. The bright gray tiles makes it much brighter, which is necessary, especially in this little square here, because it's quite dark, since it's there's a city above it as well. And I think that's it for this week. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more updates. I have a video coming up where I'm sort of walking through some of the changes that are coming. So there's a lot of projects in this tiny little city, or the most compact Lego city ever. So it's very exciting. So thank you for watching. Bye.